We'll start at the top of the calendar. Number one, House Bill 532. I'm going to recognize Senator Parker to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 532, basically on lines 95 through 99, you'll see it sets up a salary schedule that will be in place for hiring school nurses and set having a certain minimum that will be in place to get their salaries in line and, more kind of equal across the state. That's basically what the bill does. Be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions for Senator Parker? Seeing none, Senator, do you have a motion?
Title sufficient, do pass.
Okay, motion is title sufficient, do pass. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. That will be reported to appropriations. Let's get number two. We'll go to number three, House Bill 810. And I'll recognize Senator Robinson to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 810 is a bill that makes the statewide coordinator position equivalent to an educator, program administrator, or supervisor position. And if you look at the bill in section 1 on lines 20 through 21, you'll find that new language.
And if I correct me if I'm wrong, Senator Robertson, this is necessary because they're having a difficult time filling the position. And so by raising it to this level, they'll allow to pay the new coordinator, ROTC coordinator, what needs to be to get the position filled. So that's the reason for doing this. So
If there are no questions, the motion is titled.
I think Senator Norwin, do you have a question for Senator Robinson or myself?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, Senator Robinson, this is only for this is only for the salary scale.
It could allow them to be reclassified. That way they can be paid a little bit more to get them in the position.
Okay.
Equivalent to the rank that they're going to be holding. Yes.
But meeting the what is it, the academic and the Army military requirements and everything.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Norwood.
If there are no other questions, the motion is title sufficient to pass.
Okay, you've heard Senator Robinson's motion, title sufficient do pass on House Bill 810. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll go down to number 4, House Bill 962. Recognize Senator Robinson to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 962 extends the date of the repealer on the Energy Academy Act, and you can find that in section 6, and it extends the repealer through July 2028. And the purpose of the Energy High School Academy is to provide students attending school in Warren or Claiborne County in the 8th through the 12th grade with career education, internships, and continuing education for careers in the energy industry. And if there are no questions, Mr. Chairman, the motion would be title sufficient to pass.
You've heard the motion by Senator Robinson. Are there any questions before the vote? Motion is title sufficient do pass on House Bill 962. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. And number 5, House Bill 1066. I'll recognize Senator Robinson to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1066 corrects the reference to a statutory provision of the United States Code that addresses active duty orders. The word section was used for all states that created the compact instead of the word chapter. And this bill corrects that error. And if you note on line 132 in the bill, you can see the word chapter replaces the word section. And if there are no questions, the motion would be title sufficient to pass.
Okay. Any questions for Senator Robinson? Okay, we heard the motion, title sufficient do pass on House Bill 1066. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. And the last bill, number 2, House Bill 809. This is to clarify some language we passed last year, and this is a strike all. And what it does, it clarifies who is eligible for within the military to basically have school choice. It clarifies an AG opinion that came out last summer as well, that only those military members who are active duty or National Guard or Reserve who serve in at least 180 days on orders can have this ability to select their schools. So those that work DSGs, as we call them, those that work just the weekends and 2 weekends out of the year, 2 weeks out of the year, those does not apply to them. So that just clarifies it's full-time, active duty, guard, and reserve. So I'll yield for any questions. Seeing none, actually, if I could get a reverse repealer amendment, Senator Parker.
So moved.
Okay, Senator Parker has amendment for a reverse repealer. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. So Senator Norwood.
Chairman, I just have a general question.
Yes.
Do we have any information or are we gonna get any type of report regarding the potential impact with Department of Education, how it may be currently may be impacted in the future should the federal Department of Education is absorbed?
Regarding their executive order on
Yes.
like school choice and so forth, is that what you're talking about?
Well, dismantling the department because, you know, the impact that it may have.
Mhm. Well, if I recall, I could be wrong, but so correct me if I am, but I think the executive order gave 90 days to come out with guidance on how to make that happen, dismantling the federal Department of Education. And so as of yet, I'm not aware of any guidance that our state Department of Education nor I have received regarding that process.
Okay, because I mean, some of the language really is already in effect, I know.
Mhm.
And that if it's currently, how it may currently be impacting the department. I guess my concern is that, you know, parents, many parents, especially that potentially would be impacted, have sound several alarms.
Mhm.
And before we get out of here, if we could, you know, at least have some potential resolutions in place so that the, you know, at least put the parents and their children
Mhm.
mind to ease if they have to make additional arrangements and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, well, I will definitely work on that between now and the end of the session and try to report back to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Senator Norwood. All right, any further questions on 809? Senator Hickman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This new language on 55 through 57, we're adding Mississippi National Guard. And again, I don't know the nuances of service. Why in the addition of them, it's without regard to their duty status? Because
So
I think we
last
say
year-
active duty for United States military, and then we say for the Mississippi National Guard.
So last year, we included the National Guard and Reserve. However, I think the intention was for full-time members, those that are on orders for at least 180 days. And so there was some questions as to whether members that just served the weekends and 2 weeks out of the year were included. The AG opinion come out and said, no, they were not, should not have been included. So that just clarifies this here. Because in the National Guard, there are members that go on orders for a year, 2 years, 3 years, depending on, they're called active guard reserve. And they could be in federal status or state status. So we're trying to include all those members, but not include those that just perform the weekends and so forth, 1 weekend a month.
Thank you, that makes sense.
Okay, thank you, Senator Hickman. Okay, any further questions? Seeing none, do I hear a motion?
Not sufficient.
Not yet.
Not sufficient, do pass. Strike all as amended.
Okay. All right, you heard Senator Parker's motion. Ready to vote? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Senator Bryan has a motion, rise and report. We understand you're the senior senator and we give you leeway to make as well. So rise and report. Thank you.